My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Rise of the Tomb Raider. And I really hate the title to this game. Just anything that has Rise of, I just automatically assume it's the first one. But this is the second game in the franchise, so it really annoys me way more than it should. But I enjoyed the first Tomb Raider game enough. It's not great, the story and characters are really bad, the gameplay is far from great, but it's fine enough for what it needs to be. And I'm happy to say that this game is a huge improvement over the first. The story is much better this time around. The characters have clear goals and motivations from the very start, and the villains, you understand why they're doing what they're doing, and it's not a story that ever reaches greatness, but it's just consistently serviceable. It doesn't bring the game down, but it doesn't bring it up either. It's just exactly what this game needed it to be. Now that said, I do wish they established the mythical elements to this game a lot better at the very start, and I do wish it captured that sense of awe and wonder because it doesn't, and this game is shockingly too short. I always say that like every game, every TV show is far too long, but this game, when it ended, I'm just like, really? I know, I feel like it just got started. I wanted more of it. That's a good thing, I want more, but it feels like it was a bit too short. There's also some ideas of eternal life, and I do wish they touched upon them a bit more. So it had potential to be great, but it still works just fine as an adventure game story. Now, the characters, I actually liked them much more in this game. Lara Croft actually had a personality. She wasn't just that one person that everybody goes up to and is just like, oh, Laura, you're alive. She actually felt a lot more defined as a character, and I thought the voice actress, Camilla Luddington, did a lot better in this game. The side characters are much better in this game. Sophie and Jacob I thought were really great additions, and the villains, I like what they were going for with them having a personal angle to Laura. I just wish they played that up a bit more because I feel like it could have had weight to it and it just falls short of it. One of the villains, Constantine, I was kind of shocked that he wasn't voiced by Clancy Brown because I heard his voice. I'm just like, yeah, that's definitely Clancy Brown, and no, I guess it's not. So that caught me by surprise. The weapons in this game I thought were really great, and I love the progression of each and every weapon. I love how you go from the arrow to the fire arrow to the grenade launcher arrow to the poison arrow. Not specifically in that order, but I like how you have a lot more options with the arrows. I thought the shotgun and the machine gun were really great. And the pistol is a bit useless, but there's always other options. The gameplay itself, I thought had a much smoother feel to it in this game. I really enjoyed it. Like, not just the main missions, the main storyline, but even some of the side missions, I actually spent time doing. Like, I played Days Gone and Horizon Zero Dawn recently, and I just don't do any of the side missions because the game is long enough as it is. But here I'm just like, you know what, I want to go ahead and do that. And I enjoyed the side missions, and I almost never say that. I do love the Uncharted moments of when everything is falling apart and you have to run away. I think those moments are just fantastic action sequences. They're thrilling, they're tense. It just makes you feel like anything could go wrong at any given moment. It just keeps you on edge. And the puzzles in this game were a huge improvement. In fact, I thought the puzzles were all, with one exception, but the puzzles were all really great. And I don't say that often. Like, these might be my favorite bunch of puzzles in a game. Like, it's just the right level of difficulty where you have to stop, you have to think about it, but it's not too hard to the point where you're stuck on it and you're just like, oh, I'm frustrated, I'm just going to look it up. Just the perfect level. I also once again loved exploring, and I thought that element was even better in this game. I love how you can climb mountains and ice, even though the amount of times she just is falling and then catches on with her pickaxe. Like, her shoulder would definitely be dislocated, but it's still epic when you see it in motion. I love the addition of how you can climb trees in this game. It really gives you more options when you're trying to take guys silently and how you can just jump down on enemies from above. I thought that was a fantastic addition. And I love the additional grappling tools in this game. Like, when you finish the first one, you're just like, well, how can they evolve that any further? Like, you can go up cables, you can shoot warps across places. Like, how can you evolve that. And I think they found the perfect way to do so. And just some sequences where you're swinging from one spot to the next, climbing, jumping down, swinging. It's a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed that. And I even love the addition of shooting these arrows into wood and how you can jump from one arrow to the next. I just thought they found ways to keep things interesting, and right when you're getting bored with how it is, they find some new way to mix it up. So I thought that entire angle of this game was really fantastic, and the combat is much better in this game. First of all, I could actually see the enemies, and just the way that you can go about them. I thought the stealth elements of this game were much better, and I thought the straight-on combat was way better. I love how you could actually melee attack people, because it really takes me off when you're not able to, and the way you're able to power up throughout is really great. I love how you can pick up items like bottles and lanterns and use them in combat. I think the level design is really fantastic. There's lots of different ways to take down a group of enemies, and that just keeps things interesting. Like, sometimes you finish a section and you're just like, oh, I'm done. And then you just reload checkpoint, hoping that you can restart it and do it in a different way. That's how you know you did a good job. And I just thought it was the right level of difficulty, that it challenged me, but I was still able to have fun with it. Now, some of the technical elements are really great, like the graphics. There's some minor moments, like when she's walking through snow. Sometimes it doesn't look as great as it could, but the graphics for the most part do look really great, and I love the vast amount of landscapes here. You've got some desert landscapes, the snowy landscapes, a forest landscape, and it actually makes sense in this story. So I really like that. I like the look of water throughout and how you can even use water in puzzles. I thought that was really great. But I do have two big issues with the technical elements, and one of them is a major glitch that really pissed me off. It's in the last section of the game where you have to take down this group of people, and then there's people shooting at you from above, and I was shooting the people from above and then making my way up there, and then I would have to move this giant catapult, and then I got shot from behind even though there was nobody there, and I died. And this happened time and time and time again, to the point where I almost quit this game. Like, I was furious. Like, it's just like, who's killing me? I killed everybody. And eventually, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to kill all the people on the ground. Then I'm going to make my way up and kill the people up above. And then that did seem to do the trick. So it was a very annoying glitch, but boy, did it tick me off. And also, apparently there's a bunch of added missions that you can do. Like, there's a Laba Hega one or something like that. I couldn't find them. I think you might have to go to the store to find them. But there were two that I was able to find in the main menu. And that was Blood Ties, where you're looking for this password. And I thought it was the lamest thing ever. I did it for like 10 minutes. I'm like, yeah, I'm not wasting time on this. And then Laura's Nightmare, where it's trying to be like zombies. And, you know what you are. Not everything has to be like Call of Duty Zombies. I get what they're going for. It just seems so unneeded, and it's not why I play these games. I play these games for the adventure element, and I didn't need them to try to go in that zombie direction. So, even though I don't have to do that, but still, my point still stands. But I really enjoyed this game, much more than I thought I would. I enjoyed the first one well enough, but this is a huge improvement in every single way. The story still has issues, which I'll get more into in a different review, but it's never awful. It's just consistently decent and exactly what this kind of story needs to be. Like, you play a game like Resident Evil 2, and you don't need a phenomenal story for that game. What you need is the tension and the atmosphere, and this game has that, but with the action-adventure genre. The exploring and the climbing stuff and the fighting people was so much fun that the story issues didn't bother me as much. So, I'm going to go ahead and give Rise of the Tomb Raider a 7.5 out of 10. Okay, have you played Rise of the Tomb Raider? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Stay tuned for some more videos soon, and Gavin out.